Hi, I'm Annika from Nutrient Wonder Hub, and today on our virtual adult night programming, we thought it would be fun to bring the adults into the kitchen rather than having our little chefs in the kitchen, and we are going to be making an edible Pavlova cloud. So this week's theme is Earth, Sky, and Beyond, and we thought what better fun way for adults to enjoy the weather and clouds than by making a edible Pavlova. Well, Pavlova is a dessert. It is edible, but it's nice and fluffy. It is crispy on the outside and marshmallowy on the inside, and it's actually pretty simple to make. So we are going to be using a bunch of different toppings on there as well. I'm going to make mine look kind of like a storm cloud today. So you guys can stay tuned and see how it's made. All right, so to make our Pavlova here, you'll need a kitchen mixer with a whisk, or you can use a hand mixer if you'd like. We also need 4 egg whites, a cup of superfine sugar. So this is just granulated sugar that I put into a food processor just to make it a little bit finer, just so that there isn't so much grit in our Pavlova. Then you'll also need a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar, and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. So those are the ingredients we need. Like I said, it is a pretty simple recipe, but it definitely looks and tastes impressive. All right, so first thing that we're going to do is we only need the egg whites. So I'm going to separate my eggs, and these are room temperature. They will just mix a little bit better. So I'm going to move my eggs out of here, set them there so they don't roll. Just going to separate my eggs. All right, so there, I've separated my eggs. So we're going to be using the egg whites to make our Pavlova, and I'm just going to keep our egg yolks because I'm going to be making a lemon curd later to go on top of my Pavlova. So I'll set that aside and keep those for those. So with the egg whites, we are going to take them and pour them into our stand mixer. Get those in there. So then we are going to beat these here for about 5 minutes or so. We want them to start to create nice soft peaks. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes here. Oh, gotta do this. Lift this up so you can see in my bowl here that I've got some nice soft peaks of egg white. So I'm gonna put that back in there. So now we are going to add our sugar. So it's a cup of the superfine sugar. So we're going to add it into 2 batches. We'll add half of it first, stir for about 30 seconds, add the second half, stir for about 30 seconds, and then I'm going to turn it up to high and mix everything for 2 minutes until our egg mixture is looking nice and glossy and really stiff. All right, so it's been 2 minutes. My egg mixture is super nice and glossy, super stiff peaks. You can see it on there, holding its own, which is nice. I'm gonna just show this here so you can see a nice stiff peak in there. So that is exactly what we want. All right, so then I'm gonna just put this on here again. Oh, had a little difficulty. So we are just going to add in our vanilla. And we're just going to mix it quickly for about a minute. And then we are going to fold in our cornstarch and our cream of tartar. All right, so there we have our glossy Pavlova mix. So we are ready to put it onto our cookie sheets. All right, so we have our cookie sheet here. I have a silicone baking mat on here. You can use parchment paper as well, just whatever you've got in the house. So I'm going to be making mini Pavlovas, but you can use all of the batter here and just make one large Pavlova on here if you would like, but I'm just gonna split mine up and make a few smaller ones. So before we started this, I did preheat my oven to 350 degrees. So that's been going while we're doing this here. So that's great. So we're just gonna put these on here, and you can spoon it on, or if you have piping bags and you wanna pipe it, that's fine too. But you do wanna make kind of a little hole in the middle here, because that's where we're going to put all of our delicious toppings. So let's get these onto our sheet. All right, so there we have our little mini Pavlovas here, ready to pop into the oven. So like I said, the oven is at 350 degrees. So as soon as we pop those in there, we're going to reduce the temperature to 200 and bake them until the Pavlova looks fairly firm and dry on top. It should be about 90 minutes if you're doing a large Pavlova. I've done the mini ones, so my cooking time will be a little bit less. I have included the link to the recipe that I'm using today, and it does have instructions for cooking time for these little ones as well. So I'm gonna pop these in the oven, and we will see you back when they are all done baking. All right, so we have our finished Pavlova clouds here. So mine did take almost close to an hour to bake, but they are all nice and ready to decorate. So just take one of these off here. So it's super nice and fluffy, so you can see there. So hopefully it will be, it's crunchy on the outside, we can hear that. Hopefully it'll be marshmallowy on the inside. So I am going to make my storm cloud. So toppings that we've picked to make it kind of be like a little bit of a storm cloud. I used the rest of my egg yolks there to make this lemon curd. So I'm just gonna take some of that, put it in the middle, just like that. And then I'm going to add some blueberries for our raindrops. Also the sourness of our lemon curd is kind of like our lightning. So I'll just add some blueberries for our rain. There we go. And then I also have some sweetened shredded coconut, so we can decorate with that as well. Maybe this is our hail that's raining down, maybe, you'll see. And then I just have a little bit of lemon zest. So we put that on there too. Maybe those are our bolts of lightning. So we have our citrusy there for that little zap for our lightning, our blueberries for our rain, coconut for maybe some hail, and there we go. So there is our little edible storm cloud, our Pavlova cloud here for you. So quick and easy, delicious dessert. All right, there we go. There are our edible Pavlova clouds, so our little storm clouds here. So we hope you adults had fun in the kitchen with us today, and I hope you guys get to make a Pavlova. If you do, we would love to see it in the comments. We'd like to see what kind of fruits you picked, what kind of decorations you did, if you made a big one, if you made some small ones, and if you make your very own storm cloud as well. So thanks again for watching, and for more virtual programming like this and more, you can follow us here or at wonderhub.ca. See you next time.